Hey guys, welcome to Downtown Tailoring. In today's video, we are going to lengthen pants. So let's go! This one is one of the most common lengthen job that we have in our shop. We have enough material on the hem to lengthen, but not enough to hem. So we are going to add a false hem. I will start by opening the hem, and as you can see, blind hem is usually just a chain stitch that you pull out the thread. The next step is very important. You have to try to iron on the hem as much as you can. In my experience, if you leave this ironing step until the end, then the crease doesn't go away. I usually have a box of bias for false hem. I have it in different colors, and anyways, if you don't have that, you can use any fabric and add it at the end. I'm checking if the width of the bias that I have will be enough to go until the edge, because as you can see, even if I remove the crease, there is a mark where it was folded because it was folded for a long time. And I can see that is good enough, and I can use this one. I'm going to my sewing machine and I will start sewing my bias at the end. And something important that I do is to cut, you see the bias is cut like a straight, which will be 45 degrees, but in fact, because this is bias, it's better to cut it to the grain. So as you can see, this is the grain and I am going there. So if you have something that measures 45 degrees, it's better, but I try to just follow the lines of the thread. Now we'll start sewing, and as you can see, I didn't start sewing exactly at the edge, and then I'm going, and then I won't finish neither. And now I will mark where I need to cut my bias, and as you can see, if I sew at 1/4 inch, then I will need 1/4 inch more for cutting, so I will mark my 2 lines, and this is my cutting line, the small line. And then again, I will try to follow the lines of the thread, more or less. It doesn't have to be perfect. Now, because I'm sewing at 1/4 inch, I will mark my 1/4 inch, and I will make sure when I put my two materials together, not to put it like in the edge like that. I have to put it where is the 1/4 inch, then I put it to start on 0, and then I will go and sew it, and I will sew until my other point, which is 0. And then as you can see, more or less they match. If you cut well, it will match perfectly, but I didn't cut so well, but it's okay. Then I will finish my sewing line, and I try that my joint is in the inseam and not in the outseam. That way it's less bulky. Then I will sew one stay stitch, and as you can see, you can sew it from the outside, but if you sew it from the inside, it's more technically correct. But it's not really a big deal. This is just a hem. So I sew one from the outside, the other leg from the inside, and you know, the difference you can really see. You see, it's more clean, but it's not a big deal. So I'm going now to my ironing board, and I am making sure to iron my hem. Like if that wouldn't have this mark, it would have been so easy. You just do a new hem and that's it. But in my case, and this is why I kept these pants to show to you, I am trying to make sure when I iron that I will cover the original folding line, because my plan is to stitch exactly in that point. This is my plan. And this is a little bit difficult. That's why I decided to pin all the way, and each time that I place every pin, I make sure that I'm cutting the material at the other side. When I have everything pinned, then I will go to my right side of the material exactly on the mark, on top of the mark, and I will sew over it. That will give the pants a look, a natural look, like I always was like that before. This is why I do it. As I said, if you don't have that mark, it's very easy because you just do your hem. And here you go, you see? It looks really nice, right? If you compare with the other leg, you can see like the other leg looks unfinished, like it's not really nice, but when it has the top stitch, it looks like it's just meant to be like that. And you see, I got a little accident here where I didn't catch the thread. If something like that happened, you just take a needle and sew it by hand. Because if you open just to fix that little part, you won't have a continuous stitch on the top and it will lack a little bit of the beauty of the hem. Not big deal, but I'm just saying. Okay, maybe I'm just a little crazy. See, I had another accident and just saw it. Now it's all done. And that's it. Lovely. In our next case, we have a pair of pants that again we have enough material to lengthen, but we cannot do a normal hem because of the design of this pant. You see, it's very similar to the first one. It's a pant that is not a formal pant or anything like that. I would say that is a fun pant, and it doesn't require a certain finesse in the hem. What we are gonna do is very simple and very easy. So we are going to start by opening the hem, because in this case we don't need any material cut. I'm using my seam ripper, and as you can see, the way I'm using my blade is not the way you usually see. I've been very careful just giving to the thread, because in this case both sides has to be saved. I have my hem open already. The next step, you already know, is to try to iron to reduce all those creases and marks that are there. In this case, I'm checking the care instruction to see if it's possible for me to spray a little bit of water to them. And because they are washable, I can do it. The water will help you to remove the creases. Like every fiber, it changes and accommodates with the heat and water. Ask my naturally curly hair. So after this nice good sauna, I think I have erased a lot of the creases and marks, and the marks are not that prominent, so they are not as much of a concern as our other pant. So what we are going to do with this one, we are going to serge the edges, and then we are going to do a small fold for a small hem. This is a 3/8 of the inch hem, which is very common in sports pants, so not really big deal, big difference, easy to do hem. And now our pants are longer. Now we are giving a quick iron and we have our pants done. You still will see a little bit of the bump in the edge, but carpe diem or YOLO. These are great pants. They have a great look to them. So in this case, we don't have enough material in the hem. It's all just the length of the pants and they are still a little bit too short. But luckily, I found this kind of fringe applique, and as you can see, it has more or less the same bohemian look as the pants, so they go together very well. I will just measure, so I will see if it's really enough. That's why I'm just fold my applique in fourths, and I will put it on the pants to see if it's enough. Oh yes, it is enough. And because I don't want to risk it, I will just cut it in two, and I will use one half for each leg. Then I'll go to my sewing machine and I will try to go in the inseam. So I in fact need around 3/4 inch more of length, and I have 1 inch, but it's okay because it's fringe, and after you wash it, it will go like a little shorter, so it will be okay. I will start sewing close to the inseam, but not exactly in the inseam as we did in the first pants. Then when I almost finish, I will leave just the two tips without sewing, and then I will mark and measure where the sizing lines are and then I will mark them, and then I will sew them together in that point. And then after I sew it together, I will try to clean both edges. That's not important in the sense that they will be anyway sewn, but I feel more confident if I do that. I'm just folding it and sewing it flat, and then I will fold the other side and sew it flat as well. And then when that is done, then I can finish sewing my applique to my pants. I will remove what is holding the fringe because this is just to be in the store, and then I will just comb it a little bit with my hands, and then I will go and do my last stitch just to keep everything in place. I'll do that in my other leg, and this is the result. Oh guys, I love it. It's just everything in the theme of the pants, so I feel really happy with these results. Now I want to know your opinion. I really have more ways to do it, probably at least 3 ways more, but because of the time, it's a little bit too painful just to have them all. And I was wondering if you would prefer to do quick shorts for each one, or if you want me better to do another long video like this one of today with the 3 together. Please let me know in the comment what would you prefer. And if you find this video useful, please give us a like, and don't forget to subscribe, share, comment, and hit the notification bell below. Bye!